What is essence of ethics? When I say essence, what does that mean? That is, it is the intrinsic quality of something. When we say it about ethics, ethics as a subject, when we study, why this subject is important? Because it teaches us a lot of things. So determining its character, its features, what are the objectives of studying ethics? That is ethics. So ethics, how does this originates? It originates from the sense of justice prevailing in a particular society. How do I consider that this particular society is ethical? You might have a very different perception of a society. I as a person might have a very different perception of the society, because see, no world, no state, no country, no home is same. People will have different mindsets to things. So ethics operate at different levels. Like at my individual level, within my home, I consider myself as a person who is more liberal in ideas. Might be my other members of my family, they are more orthodox in nature. So ethics is different at individual level, at organization level, socio-cultural, political, and even international level. Wearing a particular kind of dress in schools is ethical in particular society. It might not be ethical in our country because we follow a system that every child should wear a uniform, right? So see, at international level also we have just given an example that how things are different. So ethics at each level affect each other. How does that affect? I am a person, I just said at individual level. Let's consider at the home level. You're a very different personality. Your father is a very different personality. You have conflict of ideas. Okay? You think that pursuing your passions and dreams is something very ethical. Your father thinks that passions and everything is okay. But what about bread? You have to win the bread finally, right? There is a difference. He is considering these particular things, that is also ethical, and your point of view, that is also ethical. So ethics operates at different level, and ethics are also considered to be very important over here, interrelated to each other. When I say I'm a very honest person, that means I am a person of integrity. I'm honest with my work, I'm honest with my family, I'm honest with my whatever service I am in. A civil servant is very honest, that means he will be truthful also. So when I say values of equality and justice in a society, can they exist without tolerance? We are living in a society where we have people of different religion, different caste, and do I go to purchase vegetables from the person of my caste only? See, so ethical behavior leads to various benefits at a large level, that is macro and micro level. We want to create that international peace and stability. We want to fight with terrorism. Do you think it is possible if we don't have an what do we want? We want ethical behavior. What if the terrorists become more ethical? So at individual, as a society, we are going to have a lot of benefits. Ethics leads to peace, ethics leads to harmony, it leads to respect and justice. And it preaches a certain kind of behavior, that this particular behavior should be followed. Will it be okay if in any society everybody would be carrying guns, and you know that guns will be carried and they will be shooting than anybody? You call it the society ethical? So that is what is the essence of ethics. So like these basic points are there, that we should understand what ethics is. Also, ethics are determined in a social setting at a given point of time. Society's culture. When I say culture, Indus Valley civilization was also a society. We are also today living in a society. The Mughal time was also a society. So there is a difference between ethics and society to society, right? A lot of things change over the time period. We as a person change, eating patterns change, and appearance change. So ethic is not an objective universal concept. Rather, you have to understand one thing, that its understanding varies from time to time, from history, related to history. It's different from person to person. We read so many stories in history that there were four brothers. All of them wanted to become king. The one was so benevolent that he said that I don't want anything. Anybody can go and become the king. The other three might be the two of them. This person wants to become the king and he will say, I'll kill all of them. Right? I will kill all of them because that is something ethical for me and I'll do that. So you have to understand that it is not an objective universal concept. It is a dynamic concept. And there are certain standards that have been set. So we can clearly say that ethics are abstract and subjective in nature. That is, they are affected by individuals' emotion and perception also. So I, as a person, I just told you that we are living in a family, you are living in a family. Within the family, you might have a very different perception on a particular thing, might be related to food, might be related to others. We find vegetarians and non-vegetarians in a particular house itself. Because the non-vegetarians say it's completely ethical to, consume non-veg. Why? Because it's good for my health also, and they will give a lot of reason. Other person, you said, I want to be vegetarian because it's not right to kill the animals. Different perception, different levels at a particular house. That is what ethics is.